So today what's going on is that we are going to have me just doing a quick little intro, and then we are joined by a really amazing guest speaker. And so I'm really excited for you guys to hear from him and hear his story and get a chance to talk to him about all the work that he's done to take action. After he's done, we'll have some Q&A, and that might be peppered within there, so we'll see how that goes. And then at the end, we'll have some announcements like we normally do. Okay, so stay tuned to that, especially if you have some questions about your capstone. All right. So tonight, what our seminar is focused on, right? We've gone all the way around the matrix, and we are focused on the last quadrant, the take action quadrant. Okay, so this is that competency that we have, our learning objective, and then looking at these outcomes of engage in civil discourse to raise awareness and promote understanding, empower action through research-driven projects, create innovative global and environmental solutions for the common good, and act cooperatively to implement globally and environmentally focused positive change. So AY hits a lot of these, all right? And I'm excited for you to hear about them. And also think about your capstone where you are currently trying to take action. And then think about, what have you learned throughout this whole program, and how are you going to take the action beyond your time here at the island? All right. So without further ado, right, tonight's speaker is AY Young. He is a producer, singer, songwriter, entertainer, and entrepreneur. A participant in the X Factor TV show in 2012, AY received 4 yeses. This inspired him to hit the streets to perform his original music, opening for artists like Wiz Khalifa, Shaggy, T-Pain, Flo Rida, Aaron Carter, and others along the way. While touring in the US, AY learned that over 1 billion people lack access to electricity. And as a result, AY began powering concerts using renewable energy and raising awareness about environmental sustainability issues. This passion led AY to start the Battery Tour, a fresh, imaginative approach uniting musical experience, community development, sustainability education, humanitarian aid, and international cooperation. And these innovatively interactive engagements have revolutionized musical performance by introducing audience-to-artist collaborative solutions to address the global energy poverty issue. To date, AY has spread his message and plugged in to 17 countries and continues to spread his message in his role as UN youth leader for the SDGs, and most recently performed at Biden's inauguration. So really, really cool stuff. So without further ado, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I am going to pass it on over to AY.
Yo, what's up, guys? How you doing? I'm live in my bedroom. Okay, let's test you guys' voices out. Let's do something special. This is like the last seminar, right? Is that what you guys call it? Yeah. Let's try something. You guys can sing it by yourself, guys. In your room and in the dorm rooms. What's up? Try it out. You guys know it, right? Say it. Yo. Oh. Say it. Okay. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That today's gonna be a good day. Last day of seminar, right? Good, boy, I'm feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, boy, I'm feeling. What's up, guys? You good? I like being with you guys today. What's up? How many people do we have here? Give me a clap if y'all see me. I'm trying to scroll through y'all. What's up, Nicole? How you doing? Hey! Oh! I like me better when I'm with you. You guys know it. You can see it. You know it. Hey! What's up? To be young and in love in Kansas City. What's up, guys? Hey, do not know who I am, to know that I'm good on the show here with you. Hey, to be young and in love in Kansas City. It's hard to dance in this room, though, but we trying, right? What's up, guys? Welcome. Hey, I like me better when I'm with you. I like you better when you're with me. What's up, guys? Hey. I knew for the first time I love y'all. Spread some love, tell somebody you love me today, guys. What's up? Hey, I like me better when I'm with you. Oh, yeah. Oh, one more. One. Let's save the planet, guys. Let's do it. Last one. Concert for you guys. Here's my single, guys. Hey, say the planet. We gon' say the planet. Everybody looking at me like I'm from another planet. Woo! Say the planet. We gon' say the planet. Everybody looking at me like I'm from another planet. Say the planet. We gon' say the planet. Everybody looking at me like I'm from another planet. Oh, we got some outlets. What's up, guys? I'll talk to you. You can sing it at home. Yeah. They acting like we from another planet, Mars. They say climate change ain't a thing. What you talking about? But you know about that. What's your carbon offset? Facts, we just wanna act. We ain't sitting back. Solar power, wind and solar power. Everybody need the energy. Let's store it up and power the world. Recycle. We need more recycle, but y'all acting like some followers on Instagram and Twitter, yeah. So tick tock, don't let the ball drop. The clock starts now, plug it in. So tick tock, don't let the ball drop. The clock starts now. Well, guys, I'm happy to be here with you guys. Spread some love, you know. You're all outlets. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna talk about so much. Are you guys ready? You can sing from your crib. What's up, yeah? Say the planet. We gon' say the planet. Everybody look at me like I'm from another planet. Woo! Say the planet. You gon' say the planet. Everybody looking at you like you from another planet. Yo, say the planet. We gon' say the planet. Everybody looking at me like I'm from another planet. Oh. We gon' say the planet. That's good, guys. Yeah. Say the planet. We gon' say the planet. Everybody looking at me like I'm from another planet. Say the planet. We gon' say the planet. Everybody looking at me. Hey! The ocean is alive. Keep the plastic out. The ocean is alive. The ocean's alive. Keep the plastic out. My name's ay. I would say the planet. What's up, guys? Keep the plastic out. The ocean is alive. Keep the plastic out. Yeah, say the planet. We gon' say the planet. Everybody looking at me like I'm from another planet. Ooh.
That's cool. What's up, guys? You guys hear me? Are we on? What's up? Let's talk, guys. We're gonna make this super chill. I guess Miss Marley can take the floor.
Sure. So it's so AY, tell us a little bit about your story. Tell us, how did you create this project? What have you been doing? What's kind of your next step? Tell us all about you and how this all came about.
Yeah. Well, first off, it's hard to pull a concert off in your room, but we just did it. Sheesh, basket. But yo, that was legendary. We know whatever. All right, yo, guys, yeah, man. I mean, I got my start on the X Factor TV show. So like I started, but even before like I got on the X Factor, like I just always used to write about like what I saw, you know. And I like now that I look back on my life, like I watched my mom and dad, they really inspired me. I can now find out where I got these like ideas from of like bringing the world together. And I know I got it from my parents, you know, because I used to, you know, do these neighborhood cleanups. And I used to watch my dad. He built this thing called Ivanhoe Neighborhood, and he would like mobilize the community like block by block. And I used to like wake up and go downstairs and see the mayor of my city and stuff like that. And they were working within the fight crime and bring people together. And I was obviously a Boy Scout, you know what I'm saying, Eagle Scout. So like, you know, my whole life I've been like trying to bring people together. And so, you know, that was like my beginning. And I think when I started music was just like another way. It was my passion, but it was another way for me to bring people together and like make real change, you know, like get people to take action and do it myself. So yeah, I got off this TV show called X Factor. I got like 4 yeses from the show. It was a good experience. And I was faced with like my first problem, which was like trying to figure out Like, how do I like do my own shows? You know, like I want to do a concert every day. And I would like hit up big name artists and stuff, and their managers and stuff would be like, well, how many followers do you have? You know, which by the way, followers don't matter. And how many Instagram, you know, all that stuff. And I didn't have like a bunch of anything. So I was like, okay, screw this. I want to be like Bruno Mars. I want to be like all these guys. And I obsessed over like, how do I power a concert anywhere? Right. And I figured out, wow, oh my gosh, you can store energy in batteries. You know what I'm saying? And you can power anything. And so, you know, I did that, and I had a full band. I picked a white girl that was a singer, an African dude that was a drummer, and what I thought was America, right, or the world, like, which is all kinds of people. And I started performing, and I started bringing people together using music just like you guys saw, whether it was my song or someone else's. And that was like the start of my journey of discovering, because like there was this really crazy moment where I was performing, and I was like, yo, I'm AY, yo, and this is the Battery Tour, because I saw batteries, you know, and then people would be like, oh man, here's $1, here's $10, you know, we love your music, we're your outlets, we power the tour. And by the way, people would make a circle around me, so I'm like, oh shoot, everyone, you know. And then when people would say, you know, there is an outlet, I was like, oh shoot, everyone's an outlet, you know. And I think like plugged into each other on the local community, like nationally as humans, like all of us working together, we can do anything. And every outlet, every person has a passion that they can use and apply it and like take an action, right? So thinking that everyone was an outlet, I started using music to go get the world plugged in. And that's like the beginning half of my story. Yo, more questions, Miss Marley. What's up?
AY, I have a question. Can you tell about like where you went on that first tour and what kind of places you were in?
Yeah. Shoot, it's been a first long tour because guys, I've powered over like 800 concerts using just like the renewable energy. So it's been ongoing. But like, you know, I've opened for Wiz Khalifa. I did 3-city tour with Shaggy. I've opened for T-Pain. I've done all this really cool stuff. And then also, you know, traveling all around America, you know, places in Texas, LA, everywhere. I think I've done like over 40 states and touring these, you know, America, just setting up and doing concerts. That's when I learned that there's places that don't have energy. So I'm Googling things, and I actually found out that there's actually over 1 billion people in the world who don't have access to energy. So this tour journey, you know, I've taken more steps. I decided to build something. So that's what you're seeing. I built this thing. It's pretty crazy. It's called the Outlet. Ooh, that's what it looks like. But it can store energy in there like a battery, you know. And I was like, okay, shoot. There's 1 billion people that don't have energy. I'll build something, you know, and I'll use the concerts to raise money to send one person, you know, one village, a box, you know. And so that was my next thing is, you know, I knew that I could do one thing. I could do one thing, I could do a concert. So that was like my action to do. I'm gonna do a concert every day, raise money to get one person access to energy till 1 billion people are plugged in. And that's like part 2 of my story. Crazy journey that's led me all over America, all over the world. I've been to Honduras, Haiti, getting people access to energy, performing in villages that have never had like a concert. And you know, that was like the second really big step to the third step that led me to be a young leader of the world.
So what are some of the challenges, AY, that you've had as you've you've been on this pathway? Tell us a little bit about, you know, has it been easy or what's been going on?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, you know, guys, everyone knows like doing something you love, or like trying to like change the world, or like just make change in general is hard and challenging. Nothing's ever easy, and you always, you know, whether you're studying to be a doctor, you're trying to do this or do that, you always have to put the time and the work in, you know. So I mean, it's been a struggle. Now, definitely for me, you know, trying to do like renewable energy powered concerts, nobody's like doing that or was doing that. So that's very different. A lot of people don't believe in climate, you know, issues. A lot of people don't care about sustainability. So it's been like super hard to like, you know, connect to people and get help too, you know, to make this happen. So I've kind of been on a really tough journey, sleeping in my car, like, eating sometimes some days not really eating at all, doing 8-hour shows, like performing from like 9 a.m. all day long to like the till the sun's going. I mean, it's been nuts. I mean, there's times like, I don't know if I had like slept in the bed for 2 or 3 months, but I knew I was doing something great. And I also knew that, hey, there's this kid in Africa, there's this person in Honduras, there's this like family in Haiti, right, that has to walk 5 miles just to get water. And that stuff's crazy. People ask me what my struggle is. I was walking with some of these people and doing some of this stuff to put myself in their shoes. It's like, can you imagine getting clean water and walking back 5 miles to your village, and like at mile number 2 you drop the water? Like, what the heck? You gotta walk all the way back just to get, it's insane. So I've had it hard, it's been tough, but not as tough as some people have had it. And I think that one beautiful thing about sustainability and the sustainable development goals, and like us as humans, outlets, right, is like understanding that everything's connected and we're kind of all in this together, you know. And I think that as we start talking about the sustainable development goals, you'll find out that, oh shoot, yeah, well, people don't have clean water. That's goal 6. But maybe education, goal 4, has something to do with the fact that people don't have water, because maybe people don't even freaking know that they don't have water. They need to be educated, right? And so, yeah, it's been tough trying to educate the world, and America specifically. But now we're here, guys. We're together.
Do you want to share your PowerPoint, AY, and do that, and then we can open up and that you can learn a little bit about your, everything that is happening, and then we can open up to questions.
Yeah, dope, guys. I'll tell you what I'm doing now that I'm a UN young leader. Let's see. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna show you guys something I haven't shown anyone, really. Ugh. I like to switch things up. Can you guys see? Oh, you see my Spotify though, right? Do they see my Spotify?
No,
Yeah,
wait, stop
Wait.
screen share and then go back and then pick just the one window, because this one is just your whole desktop.
Oh, wait. So I can bring it back to the desktop though. Now do you see?
Okay. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, you see this? All right, guys, low key. Let me show you something real low key, because I'm doing this whole 3-phase thing. I'm doing an album, a tour, and a guidebook, and I'm gonna go into that in a second. But this is what the album's looking like. Just look at the names. You know what I'm saying? Stevie Wonder and Drake. Halsey. Because she cares about good health and well-being. Shakira. That's the homie now. Because I'm at the UN. You know what I'm saying? Who that? That's Lady Gaga. You know what I'm saying? There's Pharrell. This is gonna be crazy, guys. We're gonna be bringing together the biggest artists in the world to sing about the goals. There's Justin Timberlake, Macklemore. But y'all can't be sharing this, and don't be screenshotting this. God dang! Make sure there's no screenshots. Billie Eilish is the girl. I really love her music, and her team is dope. That's right. Let me just. All right, I was going to show y'all that for a second. Now I'm going to show you the real thing. Act like you didn't see that. Are we good? Nobody took no screenshots. Sheesh, baskets. Gonna get me in trouble. Okay, let me share this. Let me tell you guys what I'm doing. Low key. Okay. This is what I did for Coca-Cola. So mind the Coca-Cola slides. Okay, boom. You guys see that? Does everybody see that? Okay, cool. The truth. So guys, this is what I'm doing. So now that I'm a young leader, which was really awesome, right? Like I did all this stuff. I went to Climate Week. There's a thing called Climate Week in New York. I met this guy named Al Gore. I started doing this crazy stuff like powering people's speeches and their panels and stuff with renewable energy, because I was like, what the heck? Like if you're going to talk about being sustainable, you should actually do it. You should take an action and not just talk about it. You should be about it. And that's what got me in the UN. And I showcased the Battery Tour, and they was like, you're going to be a young leader. And I'm like, what the heck does that mean? And there's like 18,000 nominations in 190-some countries, and boom, here I am. So with that being said, I was like, dude, how can I change the world? And I was like, well, one of the best ways to change the world is bring the world together. And so what I've noticed is that everyone's working on stuff, diversity and inclusion. all these movements, Black Lives, this movement, all this stuff, right? But it's like in silos. It's like everyone's working separately, and so I'm just trying to bring everyone together. Like, so this is what I'm doing. Like my mission is to turn the world, which is like you, me, your favorite TikTok influencer, your favorite artist, company, corporation, into like bring everyone into this like one battery, to like power real change, to take an action, through music, because music's like the best thing that brings us together. So like this is like a super crazy diagram, but if you look in the middle of this mug, like that's the circle, right? My circle's the logo. If you look in the middle of this mug, you see companies, artists, charities, individuals. That's like the 4 areas of like humanity that this project I'm doing connects to, which is all of us. And I asked everyone who's an outlet, because a company can be an outlet, an artist is an outlet, to do 2 things, right? Take an action, like actually do something, and then power the tour, like support the change. So like for individuals like me and you, the action could be like flipping off the light and like practicing energy efficiency, right? Or like I say this all the time, like it could be like, hey man, I'm not gonna drive a gas vehicle anymore. I'm only going to drive electric. That's an action. Like we can all take a step, like obviously recycle, or like, pick up trash when you're going to, there's all kinds of actions you can take. Like some people in college, Boston College actually is one of my partners now. And like a lot of their kids are like, yeah, it's a pandemic anyway too. Like we're not going to drive in separate vehicles. When we go to something or a function on campus, we'll either just walk, or we'll all carpool together, or we'll Uber together, and we'll save fuel, right? Those are actions. And then of course, power the tour, support the change. So look outside of the circle and you got what we're doing right now. I'm doing an album. You guys already saw that. I'm doing a tour, 17 dates next year in America to bring the music to the people. And then I'm going to drop this guidebook and be like, hey, this is how you tour sustainably. This is how you do a sustainable album. Here's the people a part of it. And we're going to leave an impact in every community that we're in when I do this. Yes. So dope. It's already happening. Already got track 17 with one of the biggest artists in the world, the head and the heart. And we're planning on putting Miley Cyrus and the Lumineers on this record. Let's go. Okay. That's just my story. I was homeschooled, guys. I was a nerd. We can skip past it. By the way, change sucks. Okay. I feel that. At least I thought it when I was a kid. Like, again, I say this all the time. I'm smiling, but I hated doing I hated doing like the cleanups and like the neighborhood cleanups and picking up trash. And like I was with the mayor all the time, or watching my parents do this and do that. And I hated that stuff. But now I look back and I'm like, dang, like that built me to be who I am. And so like, I think what it was like the issue with some of the sustainability stuff is it can be kind of hard. Like it is kind of whack to be like, all right, I'm gonna carpool and wait and not drive, or I'm gonna take the bike now and not then, or I'm gonna recycle everything, or it's work. It's not always fun, but change, it's not always fun. And we'll look back and be like, yo, we like saved the world. Like, this is crazy. Like, so yeah, you guys, I told you earlier everything that I've done. I did the inauguration for Biden, which was super dope. So I've been doing some dope stuff. Got a dope team. Boom. Yes, we're doing this time 16. You already know. All right, let's move on from there. Yes, don't need to talk about that. Coca-Cola's cool. I just did that pitch. Billie Eilish is a good friend of mine. We don't need to talk about that. None of this right here. Nope. Doing a docu-series for Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime. Boom. Welcome, guys, to the story, to the journey. And I'm premiering on Amazon Prime next month. And hopefully I can get a copy of this actual presentation. You guys might be able to actually make the cut. Okay, no guarantees. Sheesh. Okay, cool. Stop. What's up? Questions, guys? Let's talk about saving the world.
Yeah. So why don't you guys open up for your homework, right? For your pre-assignment, you watched the video, learned a little bit more about AY. So you had tons of great questions. So let's just unmute yourself and let's start asking some questions and going around. Go for it. What do you want to know?
Hi, I'm Nicole. Thank you so much for coming. I was wondering if you wouldn't mind just sharing a little bit about, who the people are who have supported you along the way, especially when you've gotten to like bumps and, some difficulties, what specific things kind of motivated you, or maybe specific figures who really helped you through to get to this place where you are now.
Totally. Oh man. that makes me think of this story. Like, first of all, you guys see this artwork and stuff on the walls and everything? Like, so that's like, it's all around here. It's like everywhere. I have so much that I haven't freaking like put up, but like that's from the people. That's from you guys. That's from outlets. Like, what's definitely kept me powered up is the people, man. Like, people will like take photos of like an outlet, at their home or their gym, like an actual outlet, and be like, "Yo, I'm plugged into the Battery Tour," and that keeps me powered up. Like, oh shoot, like we're all in this together, and I remember this one thing happened a long time ago. Like, I never tell people this story, but I almost got this deal with Netflix like 4 years ago. I was trying to get this thing to go 4 years, like forever ago, and these guys that I was working with, they were all about the money, and they like try to take the meeting and get all this money separately from me, and they kind of took the Battery Tour and kind of pitched it as their own, but it wasn't right, and it didn't work out for them. It was a good shot, but it didn't work out. But what they also did was they stole all my gear and everything, and that's not my whole life is performing, right? And I remember being at the lowest I've ever been. Like, I thought about suicide. Like, it was terrible. It's like the first time in my life I couldn't perform. Like, this is how I live. Like, it was nuts. I was like, and I went all the way from like all the way up here to almost like making it, and then it was like gone, because these guys, right? And I remember that like some people were just sending photos of like they were in the outlet shirt, and they're like, "Hey, we love the Battery Tour. This keeps us going and alive." AY, keep. And I remember like being at the lowest point of my life and seeing that and saying, "Man, I can't quit because people care about this." Yep. And so instead of giving up, I actually used that as a way to grow. I found out what an entrepreneur was, didn't really know what that was, dove into the entrepreneur community stuff in my city, got local, wrote my own grants, got a couple of grants, bought new gear. Then I started performing. More people came than in the past shows with those two guys that were dancing with me. And next thing I knew, right, it kept going. Never give up.
Hello, I just had a question. Like, you mentioned when you go travel, you really want to step into like the people's shoes and like see their perspectives. And I was just wondering if you could share like another experience you had and like that was super inspiring to you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was in this village in Honduras a year and a half ago, and there are these kids. First of all, like anybody who does music, they're gonna be like Michael Jackson or something. All they never see anything. There's no venues there. It's crazy. But I remember they were like Justin Bieber. They like something like Bieber, and I just remember performing in this village that had never like experienced music aside from like their cell phones. It's like really weird because like these places like don't have power, don't have water, but they have a cell phone. I know. So it's like what? It doesn't even make sense. But I just remember feeling super valued and like really dope because I was like, wow. It wasn't the fact that they were like, oh my gosh, this guy's a celebrity. It was more like, dude, I just brought them music and they've actually never felt a beat, like going, in a song. And that was a good experience for me. And it also helped me realize that, dude, we're blessed. All of us are blessed. Some people don't have what we have, right? So just value that and understand, hey, how can I make a difference with what I've been given? Heart-wrenching stories. Huh? 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 What's up, guys? What's up? More questions?
Yeah, I have
I
another
got
question.
What's up, bro? Alejandro?
Yeah. So I'm curious about how this sort of happened, like how you came up with those boxes that you send out and raise money for, or how you actually make the concerts like using renewable energy.
Yeah.
And also how you've been able to like become friends with these very cool and amazing people that you are working on this project with. I'm just curious how that happened, because you went from almost having a deal with Netflix to not at all, and then just really worked your way back up. And I find that so incredible.
Yeah, man, up and down so many times. I look back at my career, I go, wow, I got 4 yeses from Britney Spears, L.A. Reid, Demi Lovato, right? and then get off the show and become nothing again. Like, I mean, guys, think about how many people we know on American Idol that was like, man, that guy's gonna win it, and he might have won it. But then, do you even remember him anymore? Like, where's that dude at, or that girl at from like X Factor? Like, we don't even know where they went. So yeah, right. But never give up. But um, your question was a really good one. Ask it one more time because I had a really good answer for you.
Yeah, so I was curious, like how
Yeah.
you actually made those boxes that you send out, how you get and power these like concerts with renewable energy, and then how you made
Yeah.
friends with these very cool people and then like the project that you're working on.
Yeah, dude. Some of it's just like working hard, right? It's like I did the inauguration, and then Billie Eilish's manager like hit me up immediately, like, "Yo, bro, this is crazy," you know. And I've just been friends with Dan and Brian, and then going through everything, and she just won a Grammy, and she cares about climate action, and it's natural, right? Like, but to go back to like the energy product. So So here's the thing: energy is very simple. Actually, it's more simple than people think. And so I think maybe I think simply, and maybe that's what helped me make this so quickly. So for me, it was like, I'm not going to use a generator because it makes a lot of noise. Crap, it also messes up the world. How else can I like store enough energy to do a concert, right? Anywhere, because I'm sick and tired of asking this venue, hey, it's okay if I can play? Or, dude, I'm really good. I have this song, and can I play open up for this guy because he's big? And they always a no. So like, how do I do it? And so it's funny because I call it Battery Tour, but it's also to raise awareness, like energy storage is what we need to be doing as a world. I'm just storing energy in a battery, obviously a bigger battery than like a AA battery, right? Like in a battery, and it's enough energy to power the equipment. So I started doing that first. I didn't build that till later. Remember, I said I went around the world, I was touring, and I found out all these people don't have energy. So I was like, oh shoot, well, they have a cell phone, they need to charge it. You know what I'm saying? So how can I like put the battery inside something where it can like charge, while it's inside of something, and it can safely be secure, and then people can plug in literally right on the side, you know what I'm saying? What does that look like? And it's just like, you build, you start, you tackle one problem, you take an action, man. You do it, you go, you jump, and then things build on top of each other. Like T-Pain met me at the street corner. I did a show every single day, Monday through Sunday, for like 7 years. So on Sunday, when you're having a good time with your girlfriend, when you're going to the movies, when you're gonna go do this, I was performing for 8 to 10 hours. Most artists perform for 30 minutes. You buy a Justin Bieber freaking concert, maybe you get 2 hours. And it's not even him the whole time. It's like mixed with this, and you got this. I was doing 8 to 10 hour shows. And I was like, I'll just keep performing until this person, and it worked. Like one day, one of T-Pain's people saw me. I'm talking to T-Pain, yo, bro, you're great, dude. Like, dude, you're like next level. You want to open for me? I'm like, yeah, bro. Boom, open for T-Pain. Like, so it's just like, just crazy, bro.
And is it solar energy? Can you talk about what's the technology behind it?
Yeah. Yeah, obviously that's a solar panel, so it's solar energy. Now there's all kinds of types of energy, and there's all kinds of types of batteries, and it can get super complex when you're talking about lithium and this and that and all these kind of batteries, and then you're talking about all this kind of stuff with solar panels and efficiency or whatever. But essentially, yes, solar energy, storing it in batteries, performing.
I have a question.
What's up, bro?
I was wondering, like, why did you decide to do it through music? You could have done like written something, like done a book or like a movie or something, but like, why do you choose to like fight for climate change through music?
Yeah, it's cool. That's a good question. You like, okay, fight for climate change is a good question. So I like, two ways to answer that. One, I was a hooper, bro. Like actually, I had offers to go to Gonzaga, KU at the time. So my parents flipped when I like quit everything, Division I basketball to go do music. Now I used to write. Remember, I was talking about like I used to write about things I saw. It was like more poetry. But I just remember like also I'm a hard worker, guys. I believe in something that you guys can take for yourself. I believe in like 10,000 hours. I believe in working hard every day, taking a step towards your dreams and goals, whatever they may be, or your passions every day. So there was a time when it wasn't music much, it was basketball. And I would spend 10 hours in the gym. So I just applied the same method of thinking to music. But I just remember there was some moment where I think it was like probably the first time I ever did anything that I wrote, which is crazy because I'm also going to use that record with Justin Timberlake in this album. So it's so weird how the first stuff I wrote still will work and was good enough. So I was just blessed or something. I have no idea. Because most people write 10,000 songs and then they're good, right? Like Ed Sheeran will say, right. But I remember doing music one time and seeing the reaction from people. And I was like, shoot, man, that's going to make a better impact than me putting the ball in the hoop. You know what I'm saying? So then that day I was like, yep, I'm going to quit basketball. Because there's no way that I can handle putting 10,000 hours in basketball and 10,000 hours into music at the same time, right? I just made, and it was crazy. You have to understand, my parents, like, they even like kicked me out of the house because I was like, oh, you're a grown man making your decision, but I knew like it was pros and cons, like, oh shoot, like, they're gonna want me in school and and getting a scholarship and then going pro. And then like I did that, but I just knew, and not everybody knows. And it's okay not to know exactly what you want to do. And it's also okay to also understand the pros and cons of every decision you make regardless. Because there's decisions that are pros that come with leaving your parents' house, and there's cons that come with it, right? Now you got to pay bills. There's pros with it. So you got to, you know what I'm saying? So just to let you know, bro, I just had some random moment. I was like, yep, the best way. And for some reason, here's another thing, bro. I always wanted to change the world. I have no idea why. I just always wanted to make an impact. I knew I was made for something bigger. I have no idea. So yeah, I just quit and I put everything into music. I can't hear that dude, man. Gosh dang.
Nah, I was just saying that's wild. Like, not a lot of people like be willing to go through all that. Like, especially your pops kicking you out the house.
Yeah,
That's different. Like, but that really shows your dedication, and yeah, that's good.
I just believed, man. I just freaking believed. Like I don't know. Probably something's wrong with me. I mean, now people want to say, "Oh, dude, you're so great," but honestly, dude, everybody was like, "Man, this is crazy. You're crazy. What are you talking about?" Like I had so many people, venue owners, traditional music people, normal people being like, "Well, why are you on the street corner? That's panhandling. A real artist plays on the stage." Like, like, can you imagine how many times I was just like, but I am a real artist. Look, here's my music. People, it's like, well, until you're on a stage and, you're not real to us. Like, okay.
So how did you become one of the youth leaders for the SDGs? Could you talk a little bit about that and your responsibilities?
Dope. Yeah, guys. Yo, like I used to be like, man, I have no idea why they chose me out of 18,000 people. But honestly, like, guys, I powered over 800 concerts. It's about time, right? And then I got over 17 countries like access to energy with literally no help. Like Battery Tour is not powered by Duracell. Battery Tour was not getting money from Walmart. Battery Tour is not powered by Tesla. I have not met Elon Musk yet. Like all this stuff, right? I'm not on Ellen yet. Hopefully that happens soon. So I think that they looked at it and was just like, what the heck? This guy's powered concerts. He's helped all these people. He's like taking an action. Like he's doing it with or without our help, and I guess they realized it. And so they picked me to be one of the 17 young leaders, and I'm the only one in the US. Now, what does that mean? Well, the young leaders, our responsibility is to like advance, make the sustainable goals happen, right? So when I thought about the project, I was like, well, how can I make it happen? Well, everybody likes this dude on TikTok. Everybody watches this girl's Instagram. These Twitch users are killing it. Like, how do I bring them together with like the biggest artists in the world, the biggest actors in the world? Well, shoot, everybody shops at Walmart, so they need to be part of this. Like for me, it was easy. It probably blew it. Like the people at the UN cannot handle me, bro. I'm telling you, they're like, what the heck? Because like they've been trying to do these goals for like 20 years, and literally have a very easy 2-year system, right? But yeah, I mean, our responsibility is to do that. But I guarantee you, you guys don't know any of the other 17. I guarantee you, no one can name one of the 17 young leaders of the world. You have no idea. So that's why I'm going to put them on Netflix. And you're going to be like, oh, that's who that is. And oh my gosh, I was asking somebody the other day, I said, so who's your favorite TikTok influencer, TikTok person? Oh, I like this person. They name like 5 people. And I'm challenging you guys right now. Like, I'm asking you guys a question. So tell me what your favorite TikTok user cares about. Is it is it gender equality? Do they care about people getting access to food? Like my friend like stopped talking, like, well, they make really good videos. I'm like, well, what do they care about though? Like, what does Cardi B actually care about? And don't say money. We know that. Okay, what is, is it people getting water? Does she care about life on land? I've come to realize we follow all these people and we don't even know what they actually care about. That's insane. I actually don't know what Justin Bieber cares about. I know he's cool. He's got great music. That's all I know. It might be nice to actually, maybe follow some people that we know what they care about, and they actually do it. Like what if that was like the case, That could be crazy. I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me what their TikTok user, one of the Instagrammers care about. But you can let me know when you figure it out, bro.
So I'll ask another question because I'm expecting a couple of you guys to be thinking of questions right now. So what's the end goal, AY? Like, when do you know you've accomplished your mission, or will you ever? Like, how long are you going to do this for?
Yeah, totally. Well, I'm a young leader for 2 years. This project is 2 years, so I hope to get the world plugged in. I mean, I think I'll be like completed when everyone realizes they're an outlet and everyone takes a step, and then everyone supports the change somehow, So, but as far as this project, got to get this album done, right? 17 songs with the best artists, biggest artists in the world. Got a lot of TikTok influencers to plug into the goal they care about. A lot of actors that might care about water, but this one cares about land. A whole lot of companies to plug in. There's a lot of people like you and me to plug in where you guys fit. We got a lot of schools to roll this out to, because schools across the country are finding out what their passion is and they're looking at the SDG and then they're actually right. We got a whole lot to do, So I think once the album's done, once we do the tour, and I can look back and say, wow, look at this impact. And shoot, we're both watching. We're all gonna click on freaking season 1 and season 2 and check this out. I mean, this is good. Y'all are a part of it. Hopefully we see you guys on the thing, because this has been awesome. And she's recording. But I mean, it's gonna be, I think the world's gonna feel the impact, right? The world's gonna feel the impact. Yeah, Alejandro, I see you, bro. Huh?
I
I
was
think
just,
I know. Oh, wow.
oh,
Go
you can
ahead.
go. Okay. I was
I was
just,
wondering, like the name AI Young, where it come from?
AY. My name's
Yeah.
A. I see Walter. What's up, Walker? Walker, Simone. Okay, there's more people. What's up, dog? Luke, what's up? How do I say her name? Krishna Priya? Gosh,
Priya.
that's dope. Krishna Priya. What's up, girl? You know what I'm saying? Lily, Tommy, I see you, dog. Madison. Hello, honey. Hello. Fabulous looking, Laura. I see Gus. Okay, Lily, hello. Oh, Lily is smiling. What's up? I see you, Yo, crap, dude. Yeah, that's just my name, AY. My brother's name is AJ. So, booyah.
I was just wondering if you could describe your like writing process for like the songs and how like when I think of songs, I don't usually think about songs like about sustainable development goals. And I was just wondering like how do you like write about that?
Yeah. So like let me give you an example of something I just did that I'm probably not supposed to show you guys, but I've been showing you a heck of stuff I'm not supposed to show you. But like there's this one goal named Goal 15, right? And I was thinking, I was like, because I want Garth Brooks on there, And I just met him through the inauguration. I was like, okay, he's gonna sound good. And I was just like, and I was thinking about, I watched Michael Jackson, this video called Black or White. You know what I'm saying? And I remember like, hey, thinking like, okay, there's life on land. I was thinking about the Native Americans, right? Because they were here like before, like we were technically, right? And I was just thinking about them in their native voice, just who, 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 and I was like, there's life on land, life on land, oh. And on those parts, I'm like, okay, that's gonna be a choir. Garth Brooks is like, there's life on land, life on land, oh. Let's say the motherland, let's say the motherland. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be called Motherland, And I was just like, Superman. Because I was like, dude, I'm gonna save the world. They call me Superman. I got the super plan. Because it's a plan, right? Save the world. And now I'm gonna save our Mother Nature. Save our Mother Nature. Call me Superman. I got the super plan. And now I'm gonna save our Mother Nature for our fellow man. Our sisters, man, I lead you to the promised land. Holy Moses. And I was like, holy Moses. I'm like, oh shoot, my middle name is Moses. So I was like, yeah. Holy Moses, I kept the faith. Lord, lead me not astray. Holy Moses, and I was like, and I started doing the beat, and I came up with like, yeah, it's still a super draft. It's still a super draft, but and I was with the Head and the Heart briefly, right? The Head and the Heart, they like toured like Lumineers and stuff, and I mean, we've been friends for like 6 years. Like he grabbed my gear off the street corner, like put it to the side, and we was talking about how in order to do all this, we have to like partner. You know what I'm saying? We were coming up with the idea. Teachers, leaders, dreamers, let's go. They always take the right away, leave the bell and make you pay. We can change the world. Is that a lie they told us? We can change the world. We'll shine a light back on us. We can change the world. Yeah. So we got to come together now. We got to come together now. Oh, that's all good. I can't show. That's 2 goals, guys.
And so are you writing most of these lyrics, or are you doing it along with, say, Head and the Heart or Lumineers or Garth Brooks?
It just depends, man. Like if I get the way like this, the way they keep telling me Billie Eilish works is like this dude named Phineas is her brother. He's the one that's writing all the music. So I'm probably gonna be kicking. I mean, who knows, man? I mean, everything just I'll tell you this, I have a bunch of records where it's already like written and together. Right, because like this has been my life's work, so it's really like, okay, Justin, you're gonna sing this. This is what it is, But I'm leaving room for like, oh yeah, I'm with Pharrell, and like we're just thinking about like wildlife, and he says something or I say something, we fix something. So every track's its own story. It's kind of why we need to do the docuseries, right? Because it's like every track's gonna be so different, like.
All right, I think we've got time for maybe one more question. Anybody have one more question for AY? You guys are quiet today.
Yeah, they're chill today, yo.
Yeah. So I guess my last question, AY, which will be good to wrap it up, is, if you could give these students, right, they're seniors in high school, they're about to head out to college or maybe take a year off, do a gap year, but they're going into the next phase of their life. If you had a piece of advice for them, what would it be?
Yeah, man, it's so hard to do the whole like, hey, say one thing that sums it all up. It's like impossible. But dang, Like, people like, hey, trust yourself, be yourself. I mean, seriously though, like really just like, and everything isn't that serious, like everything that happens isn't the end of life. I would say it's the beginning of a new life, right? Like, I just think that like you're gonna go through things, they're gonna be breakups in relationships, there's gonna be ups and downs. But if you look at it like it's going to build you to make you stronger, and you look at it like, okay, I went through this to then learn, so this either never happens again, or if it does, I'm prepared prior. Like everything's preparing you, and then I think you'll be good, bro. Like just, that's preparing me. I can, and it made me stronger, and I can get past it. Yeah, totally.
All right, AY, thank you so much. So inspiring, your story, so much energy, especially on a rainy Thursday night here. And I think it really is evident that, we all can take action, even if it's something tiny or we think it's minuscule, right? We don't have to start huge. You start small and build your way up. So thank you so much for talking to us tonight, and good luck. We're excited. I'm excited for that Netflix series.
It's gonna be crazy, right? Everything's crazy. Okay, guys, get plugged in. I
Uh,
for my
yeah,
school. Oh, what's up, brother? I will
I
follow.
was just gonna say, well, I heard that snippet. It kind of snapped. It was good. I heard that snippet you just sang, and I was messing with it, cause
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
Yo, hit me up, man. I might show you some more, man. But you gotta keep it. You can't be showing nobody, bro. It's kind of like super low key.
Awesome. Well, thanks, AY. AY and Annie, you guys are welcome to sign off. I'm going to do some announcements with these guys, but thanks so much again, and good luck. We're excited to see what comes in the future.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. Okay. What a character, right? But really inspiring to think about someone who came from, the streets of Kansas, basically, had no experience in the music industry at all, and really made something out of himself. Is now doing some pretty amazing things. I mean, they sound pretty amazing. So it's exciting to see what he's doing and really spreading some knowledge about the SDGs. All right, so just to cap this off, right? So like normal, right? We're gonna have a post-seminar assignment, and very much in the spirit of what AY was saying, our reflection that you need to write about 250 words on for your portfolio is, how are you going to be an outlet for change? So remember, he kept talking about that, like be an outlet, be an outlet. Oh, somebody is chatting with me. Oh, there we go. So be an outlet for change. So what is going to be the one step that you are going to take? Right. And if you need help trying to figure this out, think about 2 or 3 ideas you're interested in exploring post graduation / the GESC program. So it could be related to that, or it could be related to something else. But how are you going to make change and take action to make that change? Okay. In addition, I want you guys to complete, here we go, hopefully that's it, the exit survey. So I always love feedback on the seminars that we're doing. So right before you sign up today, just click on it. It will literally take you 2 or 3 minutes tops. A couple other quick things, important dates that you need to mark your calendar. All right, so Mrs. Stecklin and I, you should have already, and if you haven't yet, you should have received feedback on your GESC capstone doc. So if you're doing it in spring term 1, today, you should have gotten some feedback from us. So please take a look at that. And if there are action items or you have questions, please stay in touch, okay? Your next draft, right, if your spring term 1 capstone is due on April 1st. So that's coming up relatively soon. That's when the bulk of your work needs to be completed, because all capstones are due April 15th. If you're struggling, or if you need help with something, or you don't understand something, or you feel like you're not going to meet a deadline, rather than having radio silence, communicate with us. That's the most important thing that you can do. Okay. On March 25th, so in about a week, we are going to have a GESC capstone open house. So this is just going to be a time where I'm on the Zoom room and you can drop in if you do have any questions. But if you can't make that time, just email us in advance, right? And we can set up a time. Otherwise, I told you about April 1st, April 15th, right? And then we are going to have a GESC celebration. Right now, we're looking at April 27th, right? So lots of things going on in April, but so we don't interfere with all of the graduation ceremonies, those sorts of things. We want to do it at the end of the April. And we're hoping and planning for it to be in person. So hopefully most of you guys are here on campus, right? In person, involve some food, right? And do some things to take some action here on campus. All right, last couple things, course changes. If you have had to change any of your courses at all, right, that are GSC, please get in touch right away, okay? Contact Ms. Engelke, reach out to me. All right, we're looking for capstone photos for our Instagram page. So if you're doing something cool and you want to share it, right, take some photos and send it to me. And then last but not least, in April, in just a little while, we are going to be having Earth Month, right? And so we're going to be doing lots of different activities, probably almost 20 different activities. So if you're interested in getting involved, let us know, because we would love to have you guys, our leaders in global and environmental studies, be represented. All right, so take a second, do that exit survey, but it's 7:59. You're getting out a minute early. All right, and I'll send you guys an email with all of these kind of post-seminar things to do. But it was great to see you all. I hope everybody's doing well. I know there's a lot going on and we're tired, but push through. We're almost there. All right. Bye, guys. Stay on if you have any questions, okay?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
I had a question actually.
Yes.
I was wondering,
Yeah.
on the Google, first